2017 Kawasaki Z900 vs 2017 Yamaha FZ-09 Comparison Review. The 2017 Z900 replaces both the discontinued Z800 and the wild Z1000, which is still available outside the US, and it joins the Z125 Pro and Z650 in the modern Z family. The Z900 is mostly new from the ground up, with a new lightweight steel trellis frame that uses the engine as a stressed member, an extruded aluminum swingarm, a new 948cc inline 4-cylinder engine and new lightweight 5-spoke wheels. Kawasaki claims a weight savings of 46 pounds when compared to the Z800, and at a tested wet weight of 462 pounds, it's also 24 pounds lighter than our 2014 Z1000 test bike. In the other corner, we have the Yamaha FZ-09, the reigning bang for the buck king ever since it was introduced as a 2014 model. For 2017, Yamaha gave the FZ-09 some needed updates, including a fully adjustable fork with new valving that increases compression damping by 83%, standard ABS and a remapped YCC-T throttle-by-wire system for smoother response. Although it's always been a minimalist design, Yamaha managed to tighten the FZ up even more, shortening the subframe, yet managing to extend the passenger seat by half an inch, cleaning up the tail cowl and swapping the plain single headlight for a trick new dual LED assembly reminiscent of the FZ-10. It did gain 13 pounds, largely due to the ABS, but at 426 pounds it's still a relative featherweight. A large part of the FZ-09's popularity has always been its price, and even with the upgraded fork and standard ABS, the 2017 model only carries an $800 price increase, to $8,999. Compared to the Z900, with its base price of $8,399, our test bike is the ABS-equipped model, retailing for $8,799. The Yamaha is still a relative bargain, as the cowl lacks its bells and whistles such as throttle-by-wire and traction control, and its brakes and suspension are not on par with the FZ's. The upshot is that if you're one of those riders who is looking for a bike without a bunch of electronic aids, the base model Z900 might be an ideal ride. Parked nose to nose, it's immediately clear that these two machines represent two different approaches. The cowl hunches forward like a predator ready to pounce on its hapless prey, with the low, for a sport bike, 31.3-inch seat dished out between the hulking gas tank and the tall, avian tail. It's prepared to pursue that prey for quite a while, with our test bike averaging 42.5 miles per gallon out of its generous 4.5-gallon tank. The Z should be good for 191 miles between fill-ups. The Yamaha, meanwhile, looks minimalist and low-slung by comparison. Although its seat is a full inch higher, it's nearly flat all the way to the tail light, with rounded sides that aid in getting the rider's feet on the ground, but at the expense of support. The minimalism extends to fuel capacity, with a 3.7-gallon tank good for about 163 miles at a tested average of 44.2 miles per gallon. You'll be happy for the gas stop on both bikes, however, as neither has a seat that is comfortable for more than a couple of hours at a time. Kawasaki does offer an Ergo Fit comfort seat for the Z900 that not only has thicker padding but also a slightly longer reach to the bars and pegs, but I didn't find it to be much of an improvement. The rider is more upright on the FZ-09, but the footpegs are located so far back that it can be difficult to feel planted on the bike, and by the end of a full day of aggressive riding, moving around on the saddle and flinging the bike from side to side, my hamstrings were cramping. The Z900 offers a more typical sport standard experience, with a wide handlebar, comfortable reach forward and the rubber-topped foot pegs placed directly below the rider's hips. Picking a favorite out of these two machines is not an easy proposition. Taken individually, each one is a competent, fun ride, although each has its own personality. Both bikes excel at their shared mission, strafing twisties and negotiating urban traffic, but the experience is going to depend on your chosen mount. The Z900 is smooth, forgiving and balanced, with well-calibrated fueling that's easy to modulate in traffic and on technically demanding roads alike. It's confidence-inspiring, with a willingness to lean over without ever feeling on the edge of control. The new inline 4 doles out power in a steady, exhilarating flow, spinning the jet tuning dyno to the tune of 113 horsepower and 67.6 pounds-to-foot of torque at the rear wheel. I found myself encouraged to go faster and faster on it, enjoying the intake howl echoing off the canyon walls and the rewarding rush of power from my throttle hand. That is, until things got rough. With a fairly stiff fork, Kawasaki says it's sprung for an 80-kilogram rider, approximately 176 pounds, and I weigh about 40 pounds less than that. With no adjustment for compression damping, front or rear, the Z900 begins to lose its cool on rough pavement. Making matters worse, while the brakes do their job, they offer very little feedback and lack initial bite. It was never enough to make me feel that skip a beat, uh-oh, I'm going in a little hot feeling, but if the Z was mine, I'd spring for a nice set of HH-rated centered brake pads that might improve performance and feel.